Welcome to the Great White Brotherhood YouTube channel.
Hello everyone. Going to make another video, and this one I'm going to talk about a Mars remote viewing session that was really interesting. But first, just wanted to get you up to date on the progress of the book. It's going well, but what I am starting to probably realize is that I'm probably going to be breaking this book down into multiple books, because I think right now I'm almost at 800 pages, which is getting a little crazy, and I'm not even close to being done. So um, it's more than likely that I'll probably finish going through all of the comments and the messages so that I can see exactly how it all is going to lay out, or play out, and then more than likely going to make this book into a series of books, just because there's too much, I think, for one book. I don't know, but let me know what you think. Like, this book, I'm almost at 800 pages, and I think this book could easily go another 200 or more pages. So would you want to read and and download a 1,000 page book? I don't know. You let me know. If there's a consensus that, yeah, it's cool, just go with one book, I will, or I'll certainly consider it. But if it seems to make more sense to make a series of books that are a little bit smaller and maybe even more specific to certain themes or topics, I'll do that anyway. But please leave your feedback on that. All right, so here we go. As I said, today's video is about a remote viewing that was done quite a long time ago, and I can't remember when, but it was a remote viewing. So if you don't know what remote viewing is, look it up. It's quite amazing, really. But this one was about Mars. So Mars project is the question, and I think this was me asking this question to Bob. Question: Hi Bob, could the Great White Brotherhood comment on the remote viewing video about a base on Mars? This was Bob's reply. I will put below the information given to me from the Great White Brotherhood concerning the Mars project. And this was actually this was actually the Great White Brotherhood. They watched the video in the Akashic record in the upper fourth dimension in heaven, where they are. We have watched the remote viewers' versions of what they saw and have the following comments to make. As you know, we do not like to criticize anyone, especially those doing their best in a difficult situation. With relation to investigating the planet Mars, the problem is further exacerbated by interference from alien forces. And there's a little note below. That's what the one in the brackets is for. Interference from alien forces wishing to protect Mars from investigation by Earth's humans. So, what is portrayed in any investigation must always be suspect, due to the minds of the investigators being affected by words or images imposed on the minds of those investigators, causing false information to be transmitted. This false information can be transmitted into the minds of the investigators very much in the same manner as nature spirits can affect the minds of people. Further, what the investigators see in their mind's eyes is information transmitted telepathically by the tasker. Not only does the tasker transmit information concerning the target, but he could also transmit his opinions of what is going on at the targets. So the remote viewers, when they try to link with the numbers given to them, it could be a series actually of letters and numbers, are really connecting telepathically to the information sent by the tasker. This information can be retrieved by the remote viewer by linking to the relevant file in the Akashic record to retrieve the information. So, we have a number of reasons for doubting the veracity of what the remote viewer saw and reported. By and large, their investigations of the domes, the water and steam issuing from the pipe were accurate. Where the investigation falters is the reports of people in or around the domes. There are no humans on Mars. We have explained this before. Mars is held by the reptilians. Reptilians can and do create robotic creatures, rather like the little grays that are sometimes seen on Earth. The reptilian created robots can be of various sizes and with various intelligences, but they are all robots. They may be given protecting clothing, or the clothing perceived by the remote viewers might be illusions projected into the minds of the remote viewers to try to give the impression that they were looking at Earth humans. They were not. They were looking at robots programmed to do a particular task. There, there were no humans and no aliens from any other planet. Mars has only reptilians, originally from Earth, and robots made and programmed by the reptilians. What they were doing is trying to empty contaminated water from a deep underground facility flooded during the war that we have described in other works. This water, heavily contaminated with all that was used during the long war, is flooding a large, deep underground facility that the reptilians used before the war to manufacture their spaceships. This place got flooded, and now the reptilians are trying to pump it dry again. This is the end of our observations concerning the remote viewing of Mars. And with regard to item 1, which was back here, right here, about interference from alien forces, this was the note added. These alien forces are not real aliens, but thoughts transmitted by reptilians into the minds of the remote viewers. So that's quite amazing that even though, according to the Great White Brotherhood, much of the remote viewing sessions were false because they were contaminated, if you will, by interference from the reptilians sending thoughts to mess up what the remote viewers are seeing. But there was some true accounts of what they saw from water and steam and domes and such, which is just amazing if you think about it. And then I think I asked some questions here. Comment. Thanks, Bob. That is quite amazing. As I said, there are at least 3 things the Great White Brotherhood mentioned that caught me by surprise. They said, by and large, their investigations of the domes, the water, and the steam issuing from the pipe were accurate. Mars only has reptilians, originally from Earth, and robots made and programmed by the reptilians. And this place got flooded, and now the reptilians are trying to pump it dry again. I didn't think anything was happening on the surface of Mars, but it seems there is, and I wonder what the reptilians are up to. Why do they need to empty this place of water after all this time? I don't remember reading that the reptilians were originally from the Earth. Reply. The reptilians are one of the experiments that the archangels created long ago. There were several humans, from which we are descended, Neanderthals, Bigfoot, and reptilians, tall whites, also known as Nordics, to name a few. The reptilians survived and created their own civilization. They still survive on Earth, underground, and have spaceships, as do the tall whites. They also have the ability to move into the etheric realms at will, as does Bigfoot. But the reptilians are much different from us, and they are very arrogant. They battled long ago with other races, such as like the tall whites, the Nordics, that had spaceship capacity and captured Mars. I'm guessing that should be capability. They battled long ago with other races that had spaceship capability and captured Mars, but in doing so, destroyed Mars. So, what they had already built there was not only destroyed on the surface, but also their facilities underground was flooded. I don't know why they want to remake it, but I assume that it is so they can build spaceships without being seen by us. This is Bob speaking, by the way, or Bob's message to me, my replying to my answer. They can't do it on Earth, so Mars is their only hope. Oops. I found the first paragraph very interesting concerning RV and how the remote viewers can pick up on the tasker's thoughts. So it is not entirely blind. The skilled remote viewers can already get an idea of the task before they start. Of course, they then reach out and try to get the information from the Akashic record requested by the tasker. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's quite amazing to me about what might be happening on Mars. Um, like I said, when I originally had this email discussion with Bob many, many, many years ago, I didn't think anything was happening on Mars, and it makes you wonder about Elon Musk wanting to go to Mars. So we'll see what happens. But from what I understand, I guess just to add to that is that the reptilians have control of Mars as they do the Moon, and well, that's why we have not been back to the Moon. So unless Elon is going to get permission from the reptilians, which I imagine is unlikely, I don't imagine that we're going to be going to Mars. So, okay, if you want to download this message, of course, you always can by clicking on the download button. And I hope you like the video and the lesson and the message. And if you have any questions about this or anything else, please feel free to ask under the video or send a message to the website. And I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this video. Please visit our website at thegreatwhitebrotherhood.org for free books and lessons to help you on your spiritual journey.